So good afternoon. Really, it's morning of day 2, but it's afternoon for Melody and I. We are debriefing the day and getting ready for tomorrow. So we just wanted to share a couple of things that we recognize today. I appreciate your perseverance in getting started in a virtual environment when you're not sure of the routines and the processes. And I really want to reiterate the importance of keeping your routines and developing your routines with your students so they can learn those processes so they can really grapple content. That's something I think that we recognize as part of the day one is tough. So, so Melody, anything you want to share about today or tomorrow? Anything you want to share today or tomorrow?
Well, I just want to say thank you again too for just hanging in there with us today. And just day one is hard, and I did tell you that I do think day 2 and day 3 are going to be easier, and I think you're going to find that out too when you get started this morning. And so hopefully what you're doing right now is you're watching this video, and then you're going to pick up on there, and you're going to go to day 2. You're going to go to that getting started, and that's going to give you your daily goals. And that, again, is a perfect place to go to make sure you've gotten everything, because it has that checklist on there. And so I know that's the way I think, and I got to have my list. I got lists everywhere. And so make sure you go to getting started, and then that will move you straight into academic dialogue. And Roland's looking up because it's about ready to pour down rain on him. And so if he's wetted by the end of this, then you know what happened. And so then we have academic dialogue, which we love, and writing to learn, which they both go hand in hand. We call it the meat and the potatoes. Sometimes some of us do. And so we've got.
You can hear my airplane, but there's an airplane going over.
No, I don't hear that.
I live pretty close to the airport. So yeah, I there's a couple of things to point out. Again, I think you're right. This is a good day. Academic dialogue, writing to learn, 2 really important subdomains. They're all important, but these 2 work inside of all of the other ones. So we do writing to learn as a subdomain, but it's also embedded in reading comprehension. It's also embedded in vocabulary development. It's also embedded in writing to demonstrate learning. So these are really critical components, but they're good subdomains to be exploring on day 2 of the training. Real quick reminder, go back to day 1, the list, group, and label Padlet. We're going to hold you all accountable to that recording of the video. Remember, a big part of this is about thinking about classroom instruction in this virtual environment, how you're creating these routines with your students. And this is an opportunity for you to get a little bit of practice as a student or as a participant with some of these routines, which does have a strong impact on your instructional design. For today, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
For today, one of your first tasks is also to go back to the reflections Padlet and reflect and give some feedback, some I wonders, and some extension of thinking to a colleague from their reflection post of day 1.
And then you're also going to get the chance to make another video after you finish the one from day 1. On day 2, you're going to do a video, and then you're going to need to go back, and you're going to respond to somebody else's. And so that's just a reminder that once you get finished, when you think you're done, you're going to need to go back, because you're going to have to wait. And bless the heart of the person that's the brave soul that's number 1. You know, so I'm sure there's an early bird worm in there someplace we can find. So that's going to be part of it. And then we've got a few fun things to do with the Padlet tomorrow. We're doing connecting and some line drawing, and so we get to reach out or just stretch out, I guess, and see all the different things that a Padlet can do when we're using with our kids.
So the Padlet that you're talking about is part of the academic dialogue conversation. It's the paired verbal fluency, and that's where there will be exchange between 2 partners, and then you have to go back and react to your partner's exchange. So Melody will go first. I'll go second, where I'm reacting to some of her thinking. She'll come back in and react and extend my thinking, and then I'll go back in for a 4th interaction to synthesize the conversation and continue to expand that thinking. So that paired verbal fluency is a really good strategy that forces people to come back and revisit topics, not just take the easy pickings of the first topics that come to mind, but really push our thinking. So it's a good day. It's going to be a busy day. So again, we'll look forward to our 1 o'clock call. If we're just not ready at 1 o'clock, then we'll do the same thing we did today, and that is push to 2. But we would like to have that 1 o'clock call stay at 1 if at all possible. Thank you all.
And we have our mini call at 9:30. And
Yeah.
again, if you need anything or you have any questions, just reach out to us through an email because we'll be there. Okay. All right.